Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yep. Okay, thank you, sir. Well, what a way to start the morning. Conference call with the Department of Justice and the Colombian Consulate. Not exactly Abbott and Costello, you know what I mean.
What'd they have to say?
Well, the Colombians' official line is that Ray Montez is a convicted felon who escaped their custody while serving a 20-year sentence for murder.
Well, we both know that that's not true.
Which part? The murder or the escape?
I came here to tell you that you were right about everything. Especially about me. Nora, I made a mess out of this whole thing, and I know it is my responsibility to clean it up.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I don't know if I should tell you in order to protect you.
Oh, for God's sake, Clint. Based on recent history, you could protect me right into disbarment. Or worse.
Would you trust me one last time?
No, I can't trust you. After everything that's happened?
Well, I know what's happened. Once Dorian took B.E., I started to act like Asa. Instead of acting like myself, even when people pointed that out to me. I'm sorry that I did that.
Well, that cost you, didn't it?
Apologizing is not my best defense.
No.
And this one's not even over.
No?
Not only was I wrong, but you were right all through this.
Feel free to elaborate.
Well, not only did you warn me not to do what I did, but you warned me that I had better get myself back on track. Nora, you were the reason, probably the only reason, that Langston was never going to get on that plane. And I thought that you should know that before I go and try and make things right.
Oh, hell. I need a prisoner.
Me, I'm asking why we're here outside Nora Hannon's office.
Well, she asked to bring you here. I don't know. Maybe she wants to talk to you.
You think?
This shouldn't take long.
I'll be right outside. Thank you. And if I were you, I'd play ball.
If you were you,
Dorian? What? Have a seat.
I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, I know what it is. My lawyer.
Ah, yes, yeah, right. You're right. So, we can talk, but until he gets there, everything's off the record. Sit down.
What do we do now? Trade recipes?
Oh, we can sit in total silence. Oh my goodness, I really should have. Oh, leave these out here. Nope.
And now I'm supposed to ask, what are those papers?
They're all the charges that my office is considering filing against you.
You're trying to scare me. Nora, the woman who did shoot Montez is in the cell right next to mine. I'm not worried.
Yeah, did you know that you could be charged with conspiracy even when you have inept conspirators?
Conspiracy?
Mm-hmm. Conspiracy to commit murder. Premeditated murder. Murder for hire. First degree. Needle time.
You love your job.
We've got the shooter. He's dying to deal.
What do you want?
Excuse me?
You called me. You just told me all of that to open a negotiation. So, Nora, what are we negotiating for?
You're right. There is room to deal here.
That means you don't have a case.
What I do have is a scared and not so smart hitman. But he is smart enough to know that his only shot of taking the death penalty off the table is to tell me who hired him. You care to roll the dice on him?
I repeat, what do you want?
I want to return to sanity, Dorian. I want, for example, I really want Langston Wilde to feel safe and secure again.
That's exactly what I want.
Good.
But Clint is the one who threatened her.
And you responded in kind. Do you know, thanks to... I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go on, talk about all the things you did wrong. We could be here for days. So, I just want to put things back to the way they were when everything was working out well for everybody involved.
You mean like before Clint hired a murderer to steal my daughter away from me?
No, I mean back. Let's way before that. Back before you stole Clint's company from him. I'll drop the charges if you drop CE.
Am I hearing you correctly?
I think so. You relinquish the company. You give it right back to the Buchanans, and all the charges against you will just go away.
Is this ethical?
Since when have you been worried about ethics?
They'll cut you to shreds. You'll be disbarred.
Well, your concern for my well-being is very overwhelming. Much like the case that I could build against you.
Now, if you had a case, you'd be prosecuting it. You don't have a case. Because you know very well what will happen. My team of lawyers will wipe the floor with you. They will point out things like, oh, I didn't shoot the guy, and I never knew or heard of the person who did.
Yeah, but John McBain will testify that he saw your guy pointing a gun at Montez, and if it weren't for his quick thinking and excellent aim, there would have been a murder.
He stopped that because I was the one who saw the gun and I screamed. I put my life on the line trying to prevent a crime. I am innocent. And I will keep my company.
There were also the 2 meetings with Jackie McNaughton.
We were talking about his rehabilitation. He's trying to turn his life around. Call him in. He'll corroborate it. Oh, that's right. You can't call him in because you don't know where he is.
This case isn't going to go to trial for a year. That year. We're going to find Jackie McNaughton, and he will roll on you.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you do it?
I think you did something terrible. And then I think you changed your mind and tried to stop it. And I also believed you were pushed into doing it.
By Clint.
Who was pushed into doing it by you. You see, I really don't give a damn about you, Dorian. And Clint was staggeringly, unbelievably wrong in what he did. But who I do care about is Langston. And I do care about the Buchanan family. And I do care about everybody who's going to suffer if this ridiculous feud between you and Clint goes on and on and on. So here's the deal. I'm giving you the opportunity to set things back, to rewind time, and to put things back the way they should be.
You mean?
And this is a one-time only offer. It's off the table in 10 minutes. Can I have a few minutes? No.
No problem.
So, do we have a deal?